Hi guys, this is Sadek from Driving.com, and in this video, we'll show you how to flash the stock firmware via the Odin software on your Samsung phone. So this will come in handy if your phone is currently in a soft break or a boot loop state, or if you just want to update your phone manually via the tool. If the OTA is not yet available and you have got the update file, then you may simply flash the file using the Odin tool. Moreover, the Odin tool is the official tool from Samsung, so you don't have to unlock the bootloader as well. If you can unlock the bootloader, well and good. If you cannot, that's also not an issue, because it's the official tool and it does not require the unlocking of bootloader. Just keep in mind that since the bootloader is currently locked, you will not be able to do a downgrade. Only you could flash the same build or an higher build in case of a locked bootloader. So with that in mind, I would still advise you to take a backup of all the data on your phone if that is possible, and then let's get started. First and foremost, you will have to install the Samsung USB drivers from their official site. So go to the official site, get hold of the exe file, and then launch the tool and install the drivers. It's required for that, so get hold of the file from here and install it onto your PC. Once that is done, you will now have to get hold of the latest Odin tool from here. Download the Odin tool and extract them onto your PC as well. So let me show you that as well. It should be somewhat here. This is the Odin tool. Right click on it and select extract all, and you will get the Odin tool onto your PC. Once that is done, let's move ahead, and now you will have to get hold of the Samsung stock firmware. In this regard, there are two approaches. You may either use the Frisia tool or you may use the SAM firmware website. I've given both the methods here in this video, in this guide, and I have also made a video on the same regarding both the method. You may choose the method which is in sync with your requirement. So go there and get hold of the firmware file for your phone. So for instance, let me show you. If you download the Frisia tool, then simply you have to extract the tool onto your PC, and once you have got the tool, you will have to launch it via the exe file. Just a minute, and you could either select the auto mode or the manual. As of now, go with the auto mode and enable USB debugging on your phone. So go to about phone, software info, and tap on build number 7 times. After that, go to settings, developer option, and enable USB debugging. Disable it and re-enable it and tap on OK, and wait for a few seconds. If that is not visible, then unplug and replug your phone to the PC, and your phone should now be shown there in the auto mode. So let me wait for a few more seconds and then check out the result. So as you could see, my phone is now getting loaded and it's visible here. Just click on check update and it will bring the latest update zip file for your phone. It will take a few seconds, so just hit the download button, and with this you could download the firmware. Apart from that, you may also go to the SAM FW website and download the firmware from there. So go to this website, and then from here it will verify if you are a human or not. You should be a human, I guess. So type in the device name here, or you may simply click on this icon, USB icon, choose your phone and click on connect. After that, it will bring up your IMEI number and serial number, all such stuff. Click on the navigate to firmware, then choose the CSC code. Okay, for regarding the CSC code, this is very important. You will have to download the same firmware which correspond to your CSC code. In the case of tool, the Frisia tool which we have used, we simply chose the auto option, so we don't have to choose the INS, the CSC code. But in case of the website, you have to manually input the CSC code. So you could either verify the CSC from the tool, the Frisia tool, or simply on your phone. Go to your phone. Let me show you. I have made a couple of guides on the same as well. So first is by going to the about phone, software information, and then refer to the option next to the service provider. Let me show you. This is the service provider software version. Now you could see the 4 values. The first value is the CSC code for your phone. In my case is the INS. The next two is the dual SIM variant, and the fourth is the region where the phone has been made. So only keep a tab on the first code, which is INS, and in my case it's India. So download the same firmware which correspond to your region. In our case will be INS. Apart from that, you may also use the third-party app known as Phone Info SAM app to get hold of the CSC code. Once you have got the CSC code and the firmware downloaded, the firmware will be in a zip file, as you could see. So right click on it and select extract all, or you may extract it using the inbuilt Windows extraction or 7-zip, WinRAR or WinZip, anyone will do. Once you have done the extraction, you will get all these files, as you could see. CSC, Home CSC, CP, AP and BL. I will talk about the CSC and Home CSC as well in a moment. Anyways, let's now get started with the flashing process. So once you have done the extraction, you will now have to boot your phone to fast boot mode. I have made a separate guide on the same as well, but once again I will repeat the steps. So first and foremost, unplug your phone from the PC, and now you have to power off your phone. If your phone is currently in a boot loop or a soft brick state, then long press the power key for around 7 to 10 seconds and it will be powered off. If your phone is currently in the OS, then you can simply turn it off from here. Likewise, tap on power off and your phone will be powered off. Once that is done, you will now have to press and hold the volume up and volume down keys, and while holding both the key, connect your phone to the PC via USB cable, and you should now see the warning sign in a matter of a few seconds. As soon as you see the warning sign, let go of both the keys, and now you have to press the volume up key. So press the volume up key and you will now be in the downloading mode, or the download mode, as it's most commonly known as the download mode. So once you are in the download mode, we could now start the flashing process. So first off, go to the extracted folder of the Odin tool. This is the Odin tool and this is the extraction. Inside there, launch the tool via the exe file and click on OK in the prompt that appears. Once that is done, you could see that the COM number is highlighted here. So the Odin tool is able to identify our phone in download mode. This should be the case with you as well. The COM number should be highlighted over here. Likewise, it should be shown as added under the log as well. If that's well and good, then let's get started. First and foremost, click on the BL button and you have to navigate to the folder where you have done the extraction of the firmware. Then choose the BL file, click on open. After that, wait for a few seconds. When that is done, click on AP. Now choose the AP file and click on open. Again, wait for a few seconds and it will take up to around a couple of seconds, I guess, around 20 to 30 seconds. The AP file might take some additional time. That is completely normal. You may keep a tab on the log section currently showing us please wait. So it signifies that the file is being uploaded in the backend. So let's just wait, and while the entire process is being carried out, please do not interact with your phone. Leave it as it is. And with that said, the AP file is currently being loaded onto our phone, onto the PC Odin tool. So let's just wait. And the file has been loaded. Once that is done, go to the CP and now upload the CP file as well. And it will take a few seconds. Once that is done, now comes the CSC part. Now this is the most important part. If you want to do a format data, then upload the CSC file. On the other hand, if you don't want to do a format data, then upload the home CSC. So if you are coming from a custom ROM, if you had a custom binary or a custom mod installed, if you had a custom recovery like TWRP installed, or if your phone was rooted via Magisk or any other module such as LSPost or kernel S3 was there on your phone, then in all those cases, you will have to use the CSC file. But if your phone is currently logged bootloader and there are no custom mods, then you may choose the home CSC file. So as of now, I will be choosing the home CSC file. You are free to choose, rather you are not free to choose the file. It completely depends on the situation. If you had any binary installed, then choose the CSC. But if you don't have any modules installed as of now, then you may go ahead with the home CSC file. And if something goes wrong, then you may flash via the CSC. But let me show you via the CSC file. In this method, my phone will undergo a wipe. So let me choose the CSC file now and click on open. Again, I am repeating, the CSC will wipe off all my data from my phone. I have made a separate guide on the same as well. You could refer to my guide whether to choose the home CSC or the CSC file. The home CSC if you don't want to do a format data, and the CSC if you want to format the data. In my case, I am doing a format data, so I have chosen the CSC. Once you have loaded all the file, go to the option tab and make sure that the auto reboot and F reset time are check marked by default. In most cases, they are already check marked. If that is not the case, make sure to check them. And once that is done, hit the start button and the flashing will now start. And it will take up some time. So please wait for it. Could take up to 10 to 15 minutes. And you could keep a tab of all the partition being flashed in the top left. So let's just wait for the flashing to carry on and then we'll be back. So guys, the flashing is now complete. As you could see, we have got the pass message and the time as well. Do keep in mind that the first boot up will take up some additional time frame. this is completely normal and nothing to worry about. Moreover, in my case, I have used a CSV file. This will have wiped off all the data from my phone, so my phone will set up from scratch. If you have used the home CSV, then the boot up time might be a little bit less. Anyways, with that said, let's just wait for the phone to boot to the OS and then we will move ahead with the next step. So guys, my phone is now booting to the OS. So this signifies that the flashing has been done successfully, and since it has undergone a reset by flashing a CSV file, that is why I'm getting the setup prompt. If you hadn't done a reset, then it might be the case that your phone could directly boot to the OS. With that said, as of now, I'll skip the entire setup process and take you to the OS directly. It will just take a few more seconds. So let's just wait for that to happen. So if in your case you are not able to boot to the OS, and if something is wrong, then you could refer to my guide and rectify the issue using these methods. I have made a separate guide on the same as well. Still, I'll show you once again how to fix this issue in short. But if you want a more in-depth information on this, then please check my video and the guide on the same as well. So if you're currently not able to boot to the OS, then you have 3 more options to choose from. First and foremost, you could simply wipe the cache partition. Second, you could delete the entire data on your phone by doing a format data. And third and the last, if nothing works out, then you will have to flash the CSV file via Odin. So you could carry out all these 3 tasks and then check if it work out for you or not. So for the major task is boot your phone to the stock recovery. For that, unplug your phone from the PC. Now power it off. If you are currently in a boot loop, then in that case you will have to long press the power key for around 7 to 10 seconds to power it off. Now press and hold the power and volume up keys, and while holding both the keys, connect your phone to the PC via USB cable, and then let go of the key as soon as you see the Samsung logo. And when that happens, your phone should now reboot to the recovery mode in a matter of few seconds. So let's just wait and verify the same. So leave it in this state and it should now boot to the recovery mode. So you just have to power off your phone and then press and hold the power and volume up keys, and then connect your phone to the USB cable, and then as soon as you see the Samsung logo, let go of both the keys, and with this we are inside the recovery. Now first off, use the volume keys to highlight, wipe cache partition and press the power key to confirm. This will wipe off the cache data, and now then select the reboot system now option and check if your phone could boot to the OS or not. If it is not able to boot to the OS, then this time around use the volume key to highlight, wipe data factory reset. This will wipe off all the data from your phone. So keep this point in mind and now press the power key to confirm. Once your phone has gone a reset, select reboot system now and then check if you are able to boot to the OS or not. Even if that does not work, then you have no option but to flash the entire firmware once again. But this time around, flash the firmware using the CSV file and not the home CSV file. Again, using the CSV file will wipe off all the data from your phone. So keep this point in mind and flash the entire firmware as it is. Make sure to flash all the 5 files together, all the files, the BL, AP, CP and the CSC and the CSC. Upload the CSV file, then check mark both this option and flash the file. After flashing this time around, all the issues should be fixed. So guys, on that note, I round up this video. If you have any queries, do let me know in the comment section, and thanks a lot for watching.